Welcome to From the Pages of Wrestling Confidential, November 1964, an issue that lives deep in the crossroads where wrestling, celebrity, politics, and American spectacle all collide, because this magazine does not just document matches, it documents ambition, obsession, reinvention, and the strange ways professional wrestling bleeds into everyday life. In this issue alone, we are talking about wrestlers chasing public office, masked men struggling to live normal lives, champions brushing shoulders with Frank Sinatra, athletes being defended by baseball royalty, bodies being rebuilt through science, and ads promising new lives through mail-order dreams, and all of it is delivered with the unfiltered confidence of wrestling's Wild West era. The issue opens with Wrestling After Dark, where Georgian Mastis sets the tone immediately, blending gossip, travel notes, personal observations, and industry updates into a column that feels like a late-night phone call from inside the business, touching on Buddy Rogers, touring schedules, arena chatter, injuries, comebacks, and the constant movement that defines a wrestler's life. That voice continues through confidential letters and photo flash, grounding the magazine in fan engagement and visual storytelling, reminding you that wrestling fandom in this era is participatory. Letters are mailed, photos are studied, and readers feel like insiders. Then the magazine takes a sharp turn into politics with Wrestler Who Wanted to Be Governor, the remarkable profile of Bruce Bozo Burleson, who enters the North Carolina Democratic race not as a stunt, but as a genuine reformer, pushing progressive ideas that clash violently with the state's conservative base, and the article makes it clear that Burleson's wrestling background is not his selling point. His ideas are making this less a novelty story and more a portrait of ambition colliding with reality. That collision theme continues with On the Ranch with Don McClarity, a pastoral contrast that strips wrestling down to quiet family life, animals, children, routines, and open land, presenting McClarity not as a bruiser, but as a man grounded by space and simplicity, reinforcing how different the ring is from real life. Celebrity enters the ring in one of the issue's most fascinating pieces. Exclusive. Is Frank Sinatra Bruno Sammartino's real manager? A carefully observed look at proximity, influence, and speculation, following Sinatra's inner circle through Jilly S. Restaurant, Madison Square Garden, and backstage corridors, never declaring anything outright, but letting presence speak louder than contracts and positioning. Bruno Sammartino not just as champion, but as a figure worthy of Hollywood orbit. Humanization continues with Bette Boucher's most eventful day, a gentle but telling profile that follows a woman wrestler through ordinary moments that lead to an extraordinary encounter with the governor of South Carolina, reminding readers that wrestling fame sometimes opens doors in unexpected ways. Violence and transformation dominate how Don Curtis brought about the change in Mark Lewin, which traces brutality, betrayal, and psychological shift, documenting how Lewin's reputation morphs into something darker, something fans recoil from, and how Curtis becomes both catalyst and witness to that evolution. Domestic duality returns in Bobby Davis. He's really peaceful around the house, contrasting his televised rage with his quiet life as a real estate professional and family man, reinforcing wrestling's central paradox, controlled chaos performed by people who often seek calm. One of the most striking features is Humphrey is Happier Nowadays, an unflinching look at Happy Humphrey's medical weight loss journey, turning a once larger-than-life attraction into a scientific case study, documenting calorie control, hospital routines, and survival, presenting wrestling not as myth, but as consequence. Celebrity visibility dominates a day around town with Cowboy Bill Watts, a photo-heavy walk through New York City where Watts is recognized, tailored, photographed, and admired, capturing how wrestlers have become walking attractions in public spaces. Legitimacy is defended outright, and wrestlers are underrated as athletes, where Baseball Hall of Famer Pie Traynor lends his credibility to wrestling, praising conditioning, endurance, and longevity, reframing the industry through the eyes of a respected outsider. The issue closes its feature run with The Destroyer's Trials and Tribulations, a raw account of masked life in public, where anonymity paradoxically brings more attention, fear, fascination, and exhaustion, revealing the cost of mystique. And threaded through every page are the ads, La Salle Extension University promising new careers through correspondence, Melvin Powers selling hypnotism mastery by mail, Wonder Slim Belts offering posture, confidence, and physical transformation, all reinforcing the same promise wrestling itself makes, that change is possible if you believe hard enough and send away the right coupon. This issue matters because it captures wrestling not as a single thing, but as a force touching politics, health, celebrity, family, and fantasy all at once. If this issue surprised you, drop a comment telling me which story hit hardest, the governor run Sinatra speculation or Happy Humphrey's fight. Hit like if wrestling magazines were part of your life. Share this with someone who remembers when wrestling felt mysterious, and subscribe so you don't miss the next journey through history. Farewell from the Empire State. This is From the Pages.